about ideas. I get asked two major questions. One is, how do I think of ideas for videos? The second is, do I ever run into situations where I can't think of an idea for video? I struggle to think of ideas for videos. What methods do I use to get around that creative block? When it comes to thinking of new ideas for videos, I think I fall into three different categories. Now, the first category is going to be a planned video. Now, a planned video is a video where I've mapped out well in advance what I'm actually doing. This usually occurs with my videos that involve stop motion, because with stop motion, it's on the fly. I need to know exactly what it is I'm filming at that time. I need to have all the necessary materials. These are videos that are planned out well in advance, and I had the idea prior to actually filming the video. Now, the next one up is gonna be sort of planned. Now, sort of planned is where I have a general idea or a concept of something that might be interesting. It might be one scene, it might just be an idea, it may be a certain shot that I like, and then what I'll do is I'll develop the rest of the video around that one idea. And that rest of that video is usually thought of on the spot. And then last but not least, you have your YOLO videos. Now, your YOLO videos are the videos where I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no general idea of what I want to film. I basically just walk around or I look around and I film whatever I think might be interesting. Now, all three types, YOLO videos, sort of planned, these are all fine. I think the most important thing when thinking of video ideas is to just film something. Because 90% of the time, when you film something, something comes to you, something of interest is sparked just by sitting in front of a camera or walking around with a camera or taking pictures. Doing anything creative helps spark more creativity. Because in life, hammering out ideas isn't always the easiest. But when life throws you some of those weird punches, you really just have to roll with it and chalk it up to the beauty of life. Because when that light comes on, it's a really magical experience. I have a much better way of demonstrating that. Let me show you something. Now, this is my backpack. We've seen my backpack, I think, for my mind, too much. So I'm only gonna focus on this little book. Now, this book is where I write down ideas that I have at the time for videos I think would be interesting, and it's also where I map out videos as well. I think it's really important to carry something with you. It can be a booklet, a notebook, or it could be your phone. I use my phone quite often for this kind of stuff. But when you have an idea for something, when you have a thought, you listen to a song you think might be interesting for a video, you have a certain shot that you want to take, you're passing by a certain location, write it down because you will forget it. When it comes to that stop motion video I did a few weeks ago, I mapped everything out frame by frame of how I wanted it to look. I mapped out each frame, I mapped out what motion was going to be used when I was doing the stop motion, and the day I shot it, I used this as a reference to make sure I knew specifically what was coming up next in the sequence. I think it's so important to have things at least sort of mapped out. I have a hard time following that rule, but I try my best to have something mapped out. But just at the end of the day, of having a book or having some type of notepad or phone that captures all of your ideas is important, because you can have tens of ideas a day and at the end of the day maybe remember 2 of them. So write things down. It's really important to note things down. Now, I've devised a system that I like to call James's Pillars of Creativity. Now, the first pillar in James's Pillars of Creativity is going to be raw execution. This is going to be your most basic idea. Pretty much you don't have an idea. It's you going out in the world, exploring, and thinking of things on the fly. This is just getting your creative juices going if you don't yet have an idea in mind. Now, once you've explored this huge, big, wide world that we live in, you're going to have to be building around a concept. You now have a concept in your mind, a shot, a location, a song, that you can then build the rest of your video around. So our second pillar is going to be building around a concept. Now, most people, I would imagine, fall within this bucket. Building around a concept, they have a general idea, but they haven't mapped out the rest of what they want to do yet. So now that you're out in the world, you've explored, you have a concept, you have an idea of what you want to create around, now you're ready to enter pillar number 3. That's going to be your full circle concept. This is a concept that's been fleshed out in detail. You have the idea surrounding the video, and now you can surround the rest of the shot that will encompass the video you're creating. So everything is coming full circle, everything's being mapped and planned out. And that's going to be our third pillar. So now you've come full circle, you've gone out, you explore, you developed your concept, you have a mapped out video. What is the next step? The next step is to execute. You got to actually film it. You got to do it. So here, we're going to execute our video. Execution's a lot easier when you have a base idea, or better yet, a full circle idea to build around. But the most important part, the most important step that you can take when creating a video, just do it. Go out there and film. You don't even have to get to these two. Raw exploration, the most important one. And the reason it's the most important is because videos and creativity is created by experiences. Now I'm out of pillars, so we'll just put experiences next to just do it. Because all creativity in life is surrounded by experiences. You all go through things, you all have different experiences, you're all unique people. Those attributes are what makes your creations individual and unique. Experience plus just do it equals execution. So that should actually be up there. We already have that up there. I hope this was clear. This is what I call James's pillars of creativity. Now this system is rock solid. The pillars are rock solid. Just don't climb on loud and you'll be okay. But in all seriousness, I hope this video was helpful. Hope you learned a little bit something from it. When you don't have ideas for videos or how to find ideas for videos, just some kind of creative ways or some helpful ways to spark those creative juices. And on that note, it's currently raining, it's melting all of the snow. We got hit with a little bit of a snowstorm a few days ago, so snow is melting, which is always good. Cannot wait for spring. But on that note, lots of love, lots of respect, and I'll speak to everyone in the next one.